This video will be covering South and Meso-American civilizations. First up, the Olmec. They influenced neighboring groups as well as later civilizations of the region. In 1860, a worker in southern Mexico uncovered a large stone sculpture. It was 5 feet tall and weighed around 8 tons. This head was a remnant of the Olmec civilization. The Olmec came to be in 1200 BC, then ceased to be in 400 BC. They lived around the Gulf of Mexico and modern-day Tabasco. The region was hot and humid. The hills to the north provided stone that the Olmec could use for tools and statues. The river provided transport. The floodplains gave fertile land. The oldest place, San Lorenzo, goes back to 1100 BC. Diggers found columns, altars, and more heads, which may have represented leaders. These statues weigh as much as 44 tons. People think that Olmec workers may have moved these sculptures over land on rolling logs to the riverbanks. From there, they would be rafted to other places. To east of San Lorenzo, Levante rose around 900 BC. Here, people found a 100-foot mound of earth and clay. This may have been held a great Olmec ruler. Called the Great Pyramid, it was the center of Olmec religion. The Olmec may have prayed to a variety of nature gods also. They probably worshipped the jaguar spirit. Olmec art depicts a half-human, half-jaguar creature. May have been a rain god also. Others think that there might be more jaguar gods representing earth, fertility, corn, or maize. For no reason, Olmec civilization collapsed. They think San Lorenzo was destroyed in 900 BC, and Levante had been gone in 400 BC. Now let's talk about the Zapotec. By the time the Olmec civilization had collapsed, the Zapotec were developing an advanced civilization to the southwest, in what is now known as the Mexican state of Oaxaca. They show traces of Olmec influence. The Zapotec built a unique civilization. Oaxaca is a region of mountains and valleys in southern Mexico. In the center, 3 valleys meet to make the Oaxaca Valley. It has fertile soil, a mild climate, and enough rainfall to support agriculture. Peoples have made the Oaxaca Valley their home, including the Zapotec. The Zapotec lived in scattered villages in the valley. By 1000 BC, San Jose Mogote was emerging as a power region in the region. The Zapotec made stone platforms. They also built temples. By 500 BC, they had developed the early forms of writing and calendar system. High atop the mountain, the Zapotec built the first real urban center in the Americas, Monte Alban. The city grew and prospered over the next several centuries. By 200 BC, Monte Alban was home to around 15,000 people. The city eventually would reach a peak population of almost 25,000. At the heart of the city was a giant plaza. Towering pyramids, temples, and palaces all made of stone surrounded the plaza nearby. The series of stone carvings and corpus, their facial features show Olmec influence. Sometime after 680, the Zapotec began to decline. The first influential civilization in South America arose not on the coast, however, but in the mountains. This culture, known as the Chavin, flourished from around 900 BC to 200 BC. Archaeologists named the culture after the major ruin Chavin de Huantar, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, in the northern highlands of Peru. This site features pyramids, plazas, and massive earthen mounds. Chavin culture spread quickly around much of northern and central Peru. Archaeologists have found no evidence of political or economic organizations within the culture. Thus, they conclude that the Chavin was primarily a religious civilization. Nevertheless, the spread of Chavin art styles and religious images, as seen in stone carvings, potteries, and textiles, shows the powerful influence of the culture. Ancient Peruvians may have visited Chavin temples to pay their respects. They then carried ideas back to their communities. The Chavin are believed to be established certain patterns that helped unify Andean culture and lay the foundation for later civilizations in Peru. Thus, like the Olmec in Mesoamerica, the Chavin may have acted as a mother culture in South America. Around the time the Chavin culture declined, the other civilizations were emerging in Peru. First the Nazca and then the Moche built societies that flourished in the Andes. Now, as mentioned before, we're going to move on and start talking about the other civilization that started in Peru, the Nazca. The Nazca culture flourished along the southern coast of Peru from around 200 BC to 600 AD. This area is extremely dry. The Nazca developed extensive irrigation systems, including underground canals. But that allowed them to farm the land, which was extremely dry, as mentioned before. The Nazca are known for the beautiful textiles and pottery. Both feature images of animals and mythological beings. They're even more famous, however, for an extraordinary but puzzling set of creations known as the Nazca lines, a mystery that has not been solved yet. Meanwhile, on the northern coast of Peru, another civilization was reaching great heights. This was the Moche civilization and culture, which lasted from about 100 AD to 700 AD. The Moche took advantage of the rivers that flowed from the Andes Mountains. They built impressive irrigation systems like the Nazca to water their wide range of crops, which included corn, beans, potatoes, squash, and peanuts. According to Peruvian archaeologist Walter Alva, the Moche enjoyed a variety of foods. Moche tombs uncovered in the recent past have revealed a civilization with enormous wealth. Archaeologists have found beautiful jewelry crafted from gold, silver, and semi-precious stones. The Moche were also brilliant ceramic artists. They created pottery that depicted scenes from everyday life. Moche pots show doctors healing patients, women weaving cloth, and musicians playing instruments. They also show fierce soldiers armed with spears, leading enemy captives. Although the Moche never developed any written language, their pottery provides a wealth of detail about Moche life. Nevertheless, many questions about the Moche remain. Experts still do not fully understand Moche religious beliefs, nor do they know why the Moche fell. Like many early cultures of the Americas, the Moche remains something of a mystery awaiting further archaeological discoveries. Unlike the lands you will read about in the next chapter,